This is ATN News. First, the headlines. Rivers CP celebrates cadet ASP cost 22. NBI arrests fake lawyers in Delta, says 8 permanent secretaries. South Africa gives Taiwan deadline to leave Pretoria. FIRS begins implementation of withholding tax system. Kelechi Iheanacho passes Middlesbrough Medical. Jay-Z becomes most awarded rapper in Commissioner of Police, Rivers State CP Olubenga A. Adekboju has advised police officers to take charge of their future by planning ahead for retirement, stressing that government work alone does not guarantee financial security. Speaking at the 20th anniversary celebration of Cadet ASP Course 22, held at the Police Officers Mess OGRA Port Harcourt on Saturday, February 1, 2025, CP Adekboju compared policing to a race where officers must be intentional about securing their pension and well-being. He cautioned against the illusion that colleagues of faith would provide support in retirement, urging officers to set goals, make strategic plans, and pray for a meaningful post-service life. The event, which marks 2 decades since the inception of Cadet ASP Course 22, brought together officers who began their journey in 2005. Representing the group, ACP Israel Ukbong 609 cadets began the course. Only 510 remain, acknowledging the challenges, losses, and triumphs encountered along the way. Omafo clan in Rundele Kingdom in Emowa local government area of Rivers State has congratulated her illustrious son, Dr. Ndidi Stephen Onochukwu, for his promotion to the rank of Brigadier General in the Nigerian Army. A statement jointly signed by the paramount ruler and Ezenwe Eli Omafo Rundele IV, His Royal Highness Eze Sir Edison Umezuruke Emeodu JP, and Chairman Obako Omafo, and the Community Development Committee, Chief Okaneze John Okachi, on behalf of the community, hailed Brigadier General Onochukwu for being a worthy ambassador of the clan. The community lauded Dr. Onochukwu's invaluable contributions to the peace, security, and development of the nation, as well as youth empowerment and employment, human capacity, and development of the area, and also thanked President Bola Tinubu and the Chief of Army Staff for approving the promotion of their. He also commended the Army Chief for his numerous contributions to the development of the area and prayed God to give him more grace, wisdom, and strength to excel. NBA wore against fake lawyers again paid off Monday as members from Warri, Efurun and Udu branches arrested a fake lawyer, Tega Ikpa, while preparing a deed of conveyance with the seal of a Sapele-based lawyer, Israel Onoge, at Efurun. The lawyers on discovering the seal with the Supreme Court number quickly called their colleague in Sapele, Israel Onoge Esquire, who denied giving the seal to anybody to prepare the deed. The lawyers promptly complained to the Brumede police station after the suspect, who gave his name as Tega Ekupa, confessed that the deeds in his possession were given to him by his sister-in-law. The arrest of the fake lawyer is coming barely after two fake lawyers were arrested at OV1 Udu local government area. Satisfied with the evidence of 19 witnesses they produced to testify before the Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja, the People's Democratic Party and 8 candidates Asue Igodalo on Monday closed their case. The petitioners are challenging the declaration The petitioners are challenging the declaration of Governor Monday Okpebholo of the All Progressives Congress as winner of the gubernatorial contest held in the state on September 21, 2024. At the resumed proceeding in the matter before, led counsel before the petitioners, Mr. Robert Emukweru, informed the Justice Wilfred Kochi-led 3-member panel tribunal that they have concluded their case. The application came shortly after the Independent National Electoral Commission produced 5 additional bimodal voter accreditation system machines that were used for the election. The electronic devices, which were attended by a senior technical officer in the ICT department of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mr. Anthony Itodo, were admitted in evidence, though all the respondents in the matter objected, saying they would give their reasons in their final written addresses. It will be recalled that the tribunal had earlier admitted in evidence a total of 148 BVAs that were used in 133 polling units, where results of the election have been disputed by the PDP. Meanwhile, the tribunal has fixed Wednesday for INEC to open its defense. Edo State government on Monday dismissed rumors that some local government workers in the state are being owed salaries due to the purported crisis in the councils. In a statement, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Fred Itwa, described the rumor as false, mischievous, and intended to mislead the public. Itwa urged the general public to disregard the claims, stating they are the handwork of mischief makers who are envious of the remarkable successes recorded by Monday Okpebholo's administration since taking office in November 2024. He reaffirmed the governor's commitment to workers' welfare, stressing that the state government is not owing any salaries, including that of January 2025. Governor Basi also on Monday signed the Cross River State Local Government Amendment Bill 2025. The bill aims to facilitate lots of positive changes in the third tier of government, fast-track economic development and growth, encourage broad and greater participation, as well as enhance effective and efficient service delivery at the local government level. Some major sections of the principal law amended include Section 4, Paragraph 4, increment of departments from 7 to 12, Section 5, Paragraph 2, readjustment of percentages of funds expected from the local government councils to key MDAs to enhance effectiveness and efficiency. Section 20, Paragraph 1 ensures the responsibilities of humanitarian affairs peace and conflict resolution, border and boundary issues, as well as sports to the vice chairman of councils, and Section 21 specifies that all appointments into character. Other sections amended are 22, paragraph 3 and paragraph 6, which strengthen the offices of the Secretary of Council and the Clerk of the Legislative Council, with additional staff. Section 22, paragraph A and 22, paragraph B, which provide for statutory appointments of not more than 50 persons, as well as the appointment of ward relations officers with the status of special assistants for each council ward. Also amended are sections 33, paragraph 3, stipulating that appointments are approved for the leaders, including the Chief of Staff and Chief Press Secretary and Deputy Leaders of Councils, as well as sections 45, paragraph A, B, and C on the establishment of Office of HO, Head of Local Government Areas, criteria for appointments and cessation of office. Analysts has identified the driving force behind the auto crash as a result of breakdown of law and order. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Atlantic Blowout, a sociopolitical analyst, Manki Etan and Aduba Barry, stressed that psychological well-being is crucial in navigating life challenges.
One problem we are being confronted, it has deadly consequences. Do you understand? It has deadly consequences. But what I tell people is this: you will not be protected, because the first point of protection in any form of war is your psychological status. If, for instance, in the night, or your body tells you, because you are your greatest security, your body tells you, don't take that way, it's a lonely way. And then as soon as you step into that place, all your hair follicle and the rest of them have indicators. They are indicators. They have told you, don't go that way. The moment you see somebody emerging, do you understand, against you, for that injury to get healed, because there is a role that your body plays in recovery. It's just like somebody who is taken to the theater, and that is
Babari noted that to prevent such accidents, transport company owners should educate and regulate their drivers on safe road practices.
Challenge here is they were driving against traffic to get to where they were going fast, but they never got
certified assailants. While some residents of SROK who had claimed Ido Ajegule was a village under Owar Miron of SROK, Oba Adeyemi Adediron, staged a protest against it, saying the newly appointed royal father is an indigene of Elisha. Tension over the developments, which was gathered, escalated last Friday when SROK indigenes staged a peace syndicate that specializes in child stealing and trafficking. The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 2, Mr. Adegoke Fayuade, confirmed the development to journalists in Lagos on Monday. Fayuade revealed that the rescued children, ages 1 to 6, comprised of 4 boys and a girl. According to him, the zone on January 8, he received an intelligence report on the activities of the child trafficking syndicate. The AIG said that the team led by CSP Ngozi Bride rescued the children whose identities had been messed up by the traffickers. He explained that the traffickers, in their modus operandi, always change their victim's identity as soon as the buying and selling was completed. The police boss added that the 6-year-old boy, who was, however, bought by the prime suspect, who claimed she bought the boy for 800,000 in Imbise, Imo, when he was just 1 week old. Fayuade, who said that the syndicate had a strong network and hardly missed its target, noted that the syndicate ran out of luck in its last criminal operation. Lagos State Police Command intensified its enforcement on the mandatory third-party motor insurance policy today, with traffic officers deployed to major roads including Oshodi Expressway, Maryland, and Allen Avenue. The Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer CSP Benjamin Hundeyin emphasized the importance of motorists complying with insurance regulations to ensure orderliness and protection on the state's road. The Commissioner of Police CP Olare Wanju Ishola urged all road users to cooperate fully with enforcement officers to avoid unnecessary delays or sanctions. The third-party motor insurance policy is a legal requirement in Nigeria, providing coverage for damage or injury caused to other road users. The Lagos State Police Command reiterated its commitment to ensuring the full enforcement of traffic laws in the state. Oyo State government has inaugurated a committee for the coronation of the new Alafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Akim Owade as the 46th monarch of the ancient town. The coronation has been scheduled for April 5, 2025 at Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo. According to the commissioner, the development followed Governor Seyi Makinde's official presentation of the staff and certificate of office to Oba Owade on January 13, 2025. The commissioner also disclosed that the installation committee has been divided into subcommittees to facilitate effective coordination and planning for a smooth coronation ceremony. The newly formed committee comprises members from the Alaafin Palace, the Oyo State government, and other key stakeholders. Their mandate includes organizing a coronation ceremony that honors the rich cultural heritage of the Oyo Kingdom. The committee is composed of notable figures such as Honorable Ademola Ojo, the Commissioner for Local Government, and the Chieftaincy Matters. High Court in Lokoja, Kogi State has sacked the Ohi-Nohi of Ebira land, Ahmed Anaje, from office. The presiding judge, High Court 6, Lokoja Justice Salusi Umar, in his ruling on Monday, made an order directing the monarch to stop presenting himself as the paramount traditional ruler of Ebira land. Though the court is yet to make available details of the judgment, our correspondent learns that the matter pertains to a case filed by Dr. Barnabas Adeku Ojia and 2 orders against the Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo. Efforts to get a certified true copy of the ruling proved abortive, as no court official was on the ground to provide it as of press time. When contacted, the governor's special advisor on media, Ismail Issa, did not respond to a text message sent to him. Also, the State's Commissioner for Information, Kingsley Fanwo, didn't pick his calls, neither respond to a text message sent to him. One suspected kidnapper has been killed in Adamawa State after operatives of the State Police Command dislodged suspects from the unidentified hideout. The police escaped. The Adamawa State Police Command said in a statement that in its continuous efforts to rid the state of criminal elements, police operatives working in collaboration with local security outfits clamped down on the suspected kidnappers. Shedding further light on the incident, the police added that on sighting the operatives, the armed criminals opened fire in an attempt to resist arrest. However, during the ensuing gun duel, one of the kidnappers was neutralized, while others escaped with bullet wounds. One suspect, identified as Mohammed Saleh Male, was arrested. According to the police, one AK-47 rifle, 2 locally made guns, and 5 rounds of AK-47 live ammunition were recovered from the suspects. Kaduna State Command of the Nigerian Police says its personnel in joint operations rescued 23 kidnapped victims in a statement by the command's public relations officer, DSP Manse Hassan. He said the personnel, while acting on credible intelligence about the movement of armed bandits in the Kajuru area on February 2, 2025, advanced into the bush near Dokar village in Kajuru local government area, where they encountered a gang of armed bandits attempting to relocate their victims to Kajuru forest. According to the statement, the operation, which was led by the divisional police officer, DPO of Kajuru Division, and supported by military personnel, inflicted heavy casualties on the bandits, forcing them to retreat into the forest with gunshot wounds. He said that the area has been placed under heightened surveillance and aggressive patrols to prevent further criminal activities, just as the Commissioner of Police, CP Rabiu Muhammad, reassured the public of the command's ongoing commitment to ensuring the safety and security of residents. He emphasized that the command would continue to align with the security vision and mission of Governor Uba Sani, collaborating with the military and other security agencies to combat crime and maintain peace across the state. You're watching the Global News on Atlantic Television Network. We will be back after this break. Welcome back. This is the Global News on Atlantic Television Network. And now to the rest of our stories. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in 8 federal permanent secretaries. The 8 permanent secretaries took the oath of office just before the commencement of the year's first Federal Executive Council meeting at the State House, Abuja. This followed introductory remarks by the State House Director of Media and Publicity, Mr. Abiodun Oladunjoye. They are Onwushoro Ihemelandu Anuma Inlia Ebonyi State and Ogbodo Nam Enugu State. Others are Usman Aminu Kebbi State, Oyekunle Nwakuso Rivers State, Nadungu Gagare Kaduna State, and Kalba Usman Gombe State. The president also swore in 18 federal commissioners of the Revenue, Mobilization, Allocation, and Fiscal Commission. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has signed into law a bill establishing the Federal University of Environmental Technology, Ogoni, in Rivers State, further expanding Nigeria's network of federal tertiary institutions. The special advisor of the President on Policy Communication, Daniel Buhala, who announced this in a tweet on his verified X handle on Monday, described the move as a testament to the administration's commitment to addressing historical Kaduna, underscoring his administration's push for balanced educational opportunities across different regions. Tinubu's approach, Buhala noted, reflects his belief in national unity and inclusivity, emphasizing that there are no minority ethnicities in Nigeria. The establishment of the Federal University of Environmental Technology is expected to enhance educational access in Ogoni land, a region historically known for its environmental and socio-economic challenges. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Nigerian music sensation Timilade Okpeniyi, popularly known as StarTimes, on winning the Best African Music Performance Award at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards held in Los Angeles on Sunday night. Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, reviewed in a statement titled President Tinubu congratulates StarTimes on Grammy Award. Applauds other Nigerian music stars on Monday. StarTimes won the Best African Music Performance category at the 67th Grammy Award. She secured the award with her song Love Me Jeje, Beating Tomorrow by Yemi Alade, MMS by Ashake featuring Wizkid, Sensational by Chris Brown featuring Davido and Loje, and Higher by Burna Boy. This marks StarTimes' second Grammy win. The president celebrated the rise of a new generation of young and multi-talented Nigerian musical artists who have propelled Afrobeat to international prominence, projecting the country's reputation as a powerhouse of musical innovation, creativity, and cultural influence. Tinubu congratulated other Nigerian artists nominated for this year's Grammy Award: Yemi Alade, Ashake, Wizkid, Loje, Davido, and Burna Boy. He described them as patriots, thanking them for putting Nigeria on the global map of great achievers in the music industry and for showcasing the country's creative excellence. House of Representatives is pushing for adequate funding for some government agencies over the amount proposed in the 2025 budget estimates. The deputy spokesman of the House, Mr. Philip Agbese, has said on Monday. We'll go, and when we return, we'll dive right into the rest of our stories. Do stay tuned. Monday announced the approval of the sum of 4.8 billion naira for the treatment of HIV patients. The approval is coming on the heels of the recent plans by the President of America, Donald Trump, to suspend financial assistance to countries for HIV treatment, among others. The Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Pate, disclosed this while briefing State House correspondents at the end of the council meeting presided by President Bola Tinubu at the council with the sustainability plan. Police Service Commission has denied issuing a directive for the immediate retirement of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun. On Friday, the Commission ordered officers over 60 years old or have served for more than 35 years to proceed with immediate retirement. This directive came amid controversy surrounding the IG's tenure as he turned 60 last year. Despite clarifications from both the police and the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, concerns over the IG's tenure have persisted. In a statement on Monday, the PSC's head of media, Ikechukwu Ani, clarified that the IG was not included in the Commission's directive, adding that the Commission has no authority over Egbetokun. Ani explained that the IG is a presidential appointee, chosen based on the advice of the Police Council. Nigerian Center for Disease Control has tightened surveillance measures at entry points in the country owing to a fresh outbreak of Ebola disease in Uganda. Last week, the Ugandan Ministry of Health confirmed the outbreak of the disease with 1 death and has now followed up with 44 contacts. Owing to the developments, the NCDC in an advisory said while there is no outbreak of the disease in Nigeria, the agency is working to prevent such. According to the NCDC DG, there are no Ebola vaccines in Nigeria at the moment. However, the NCDC boss said early recognition, isolation of patients, and initiation of supportive treatment, implementing infection and control measures in health facilities and homes, tracing and monitoring of contacts, and safe burial practices significantly reduce morbidity and the probability of death. Federal Capital High Court in Abuja on Monday ordered the remand of a former executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme, Usman Yusuf, at the Kuje Correctional Center. Justice Chinyere Nwechion gave the order after Yusuf was arraigned and took his plea. Yusuf is accused of abusing his office to confer undue advantages on himself between 2016 and 2017. He is also alleged to have awarded contracts without adhering to the due procurement process. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arraigned Yusuf on 5 counts amended charge bordering on alleged fraud. However, Yusuf pleaded not guilty to all 5 counts when the charges were read to him. Yusuf's counsel, O.I. Habib, afterwards requested that his clients be remanded in the EFCC's custody pending the hearing of the bail application. The trial judge, however, declined the request. Justice Umechon ruled that once a defendant is arraigned, custody is transferred from the EFCC to the Nigerian Correctional Service. Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered the interim forfeiture of GT2 assets valued at $222,729.86 and linked to the unlawful activities of the 193 foreigners and 599 Nigerians who were arrested last December in one fell swoop by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Those arrested, totaling 792, were said to have been involved in various offenses bordering on cryptocurrency investment fraud and romance scams. Justice Alexander Owoye made the order of temporary forfeiture following an ex parte application filed and moved by the EFCC. The EFCC's application moved by its counsel, Zenat article, was brought pursuant to Section 44, Paragraph 2B of the 1999 Constitution and Section 17 of the Advanced Fee Fraud Act 2006. After granting the order, the judge also directed the EFCC to publish it in the national newspaper to allow anyone with an interest in the assets to appear before the court within 14 days to show why the assets should not be permanently forfeited to the federal government. The court also has adjourned the case to March 7, 2025 for a compliance report. National Civil Society Council of Nigeria has announced the suspension of its planned protests against a recent 50% increase in telecom tariffs approved by the federal government. This decision was made during the council's presentation of its findings and official position of the controversial tariff hike announced by the Federal Ministry of communications, innovation and digital economy led by Dr. Bosun Tijani. The government initially rejected a 100% increase requested by telecom operators, but approved the 50% hike instead. The announcement of the increase sparks widespread public discontent, with civil society groups, including the Nigerian Labour Congress, expressing strong opposition and calling for protests. However, NCSCN President Blessing Akinlosotu told the press that after extensive consultations and deliberations with the Nigerian Communications Commission on the operational costs faced by service providers, the council saw merit in the regulator's decision to cap the increase at 50% to prevent the collapse of the telecom sector. Nibu and the Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo to intervene in their demands in order to avert crisis at NIMET that could lead to withdrawal of services with its applicants. The areas the unions want President Tinubu's urgent intervention include the immediate implementation and payment of all outstanding federal government approvals to NIMET workers, including balance payments of the 2019 minimum wage, consequential adjustments to the remaining 30 workers. Federal Inland Revenue Service has announced the commencement of the implementation of the withholding tax system. This is aimed at streamlining tax collection, enhancing compliance and boosting revenue for critical sectors. In a statement issued on Monday, Collins Omokaro, Special Advisor to the Executive Chairman of the FIRS on Communication and Advocacy, said that the new system will ensure efficient and transparent tax collection while fostering accountability among businesses and employers. The regulation mandates the deduction of taxes directly from payments such as salaries, rent, professional fees, and dividends, placing the responsibility on businesses, employers, and other payers to withhold taxes at the point of payment. According to the FIRS, this approach is designed to guarantee a steady inflow of revenue and minimize tax evasion. A key feature of the regulation is the integration of tax identification numbers with transactions alongside the establishment of penalties for non-compliance. You are still watching the news on our Atlantic Television Network. Up next is International Tidbits. South African government has given Taiwan March deadline to relocate the island's de facto embassy outside of the capital city, Pretoria. The Taiwanese Foreign Ministry said this, blaming Chinese pressure for the move. South Africa severed official diplomatic ties with Taiwan in 1997 and only maintains formal and very close relations with China, which views the democratically governed island as Chinese territory with no rights to the trappings of a state. In a statement, Taiwan's foreign ministry said South Africa's government has sent a letter in January demanding the de facto Taiwanese embassy leave Pretoria before the end of March and even be renamed as a trade office. China's foreign ministry said South Africa was a good friend and partner of China, and the country was doing exactly what it should when it comes to upholding the One China principle, which states Taiwan is part of China. China is South Africa's largest trading partner globally and one with which it is looking to expand cooperation in areas such as renewable energy. Abat Battalion founder Amen Sargsyan has died in hospital. This comes after the leader of the pro-Russian paramilitary group was injured in an explosion in Moscow on Monday. Sargsyan was severely injured following the blast in the entrance hall of a residential building in northwest Moscow, 12 kilometers from the Kremlin. He was evacuated to a hospital by helicopter and placed in intensive care after the explosion. However, the 46-year-old eventually succumbed to his injuries and gave up the ghost. Sargsyan was accused by Kyiv of helping Russian forces, was a suspect in recruiting prisoners to fight in Ukraine. The SBU added that Sargsyan was part of the inner circle of fugitive former Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych. World Health Organization chief hit back Monday at U.S. President Donald Trump's reasons for pulling the United States out of the WHO, and again urged Washington to reconsider. The United States is by far the World Health Organization's biggest donor, and its withdrawal will leave a major hole in the organization's budget and its ability to respond to global public health threats. World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus went through in turn the reasons given by Trump's executive order to withdraw from the organization, signed within hours of his return to office on January 20, and outlined what the UN Health Agency was doing in each field. Tedros balked at Trump's assertion in his executive order that the World Health Organization had failed to adopt urgently needed reforms. Over the past 7 years, the World Health Organization has implemented the deepest and most wide-ranging reforms in the organization's history, he said. Addressing Trump's claim that the World Health Organization demands unfairly onerous payments from the U.S., Tedros stressed that the organization had been working to broaden its donor base. Conservative Bart De Wever was sworn in on Monday as Belgium's new prime minister after securing a hard-fought coalition deal that shifts the country to the right. Following 7 months of intense negotiations, the agreement makes De Wever the first nationalist from Dutch-speaking Flanders to become Belgian premier. A law and order candidate whose coalition has already pledged to crack down on irregular migration, De Wever's rise to power underscores a significant right-wing shift in European politics. The 54-year-old, who in recent years has softened his stance on calls for Flanders to become an independent country, took the oath of office before King Philip at the Royal Palace in Brussels. Hard right parties, often riding on an anti-immigrant sentiment, performed strongly in the European Parliament elections last year and have topped recent national and regional votes in Austria, Germany, and the Netherlands. Here now is ATN Sports News. Management of Kano Pillars FC has suspended the club's technical advisor Usman Abdallah for 3 weeks due to the team's poor performance. This is contained in a statement signed by the chairman of the club, Ali Omar Nkano. Omar stated Abdallah was also suspended over his conduct towards fans immediately after the Nigerian Premier League match day 22 goalless draw against Bayelsa United on Sunday. The management added that chief coach Ahmed Yaro will lead the team during Abdallah's suspension, supported by assistant coaches Abubakar Musa, Gambo Muhammad, Suleiman Shuaibu, and Ayuba Moses. The club reiterates its commitment to maintaining professionalism and fostering a respectful relationship between the team and its passionate supporters. The management further added that Kano Pillars will shift their focus to the upcoming MPFL match day 23 fixture against Remo Stars in Ikene, Ogun, where they aim to bounce back and restore supporters' confidence. ATN reports that Abdallah in August 2024 signed a 2-year contract with an option for a third with Kano Pillars. Sevilla striker Kelechi Iheanacho has passed his medical with Middlesbrough. The Super Eagles star is set to join the Champions League club on loan until the end of the season. Sky Sports News understands Middlesbrough will also have an option to buy him at the end of the season. Iheanacho played for Leicester City in the Championship last season. The 28-year-old played a key role in the Foxes' promotion back to the Premier League. He has so far failed to register a goal or an assist in 9 league appearances for Sevilla this season. Iheanacho will hope to help Middlesbrough get promotion to the Premier League this year. Middlesbrough currently sits in the 7th position on the Champions League table with 4 points from 29 games so far. And now, entertainment news. River State Tourism Development Agency has reintroduced PHCT Creative Hangouts 4.0. Our correspondent was on ground.
River State Tourism Development Agency has reintroduced PHCT Creative Hangout 4.0. The Creative Hangout 4.0, built on the energy of the festive season and the spirit of togetherness, was held on 31st of January 2025 in River State, Port Harcourt, the heartbeat of creativity, culture and tourism in Nigeria. A land rich in natural beauty, traditional heritage and a spirit of hospitality that knows no bounds. In his speech, Yiko Koko, CEO and Director of River State Tourism Development Agency, appreciated the guests and stakeholders while shedding light on the importance of tourism promotion in the state and the role creatives have to play in the tourism sector of River State.
The last 3.5 months, and it seemed as if now one chance boss will be entered. But things are changing for the better. The reasons that we said let's continue with the hangout is not to make it in any way formal, but how it's done anywhere in the world where creatives can just after hours come.
On her part, veteran Nollywood actress Hilda Dokubo, who graced the event as a special guest of honor, commended the River State government for its efforts in improving the creative industry of the state. She also called on youth talent to utilize the opportunity given.
If you're here and you're looking for someone to audition you and help you put your biodata together, I run an organization called Center for Creative Arts Education. Right now we're helping people retrain them, especially for some of you who are already graduates but you want a career in the creative industry. Come along, send in what you have, we'll help you put it together, we'll prep you for whatever audition you want to attend, and we'll make sure that your next performance is a banger.
Also in attendance was the MD CEO, Morrison Communication Group, Dr. Chinyere Igwe, who in his speech praised the director of RSCDA in Rivers State.
Potaka has so much potentials. And as far as we are concerned, Morrison Group will partner with every institution to ensure that we reach for the potentials. You have said that we will continue to support, and ensure that running to Lagos will no longer be the fashion.
It may interest you to know that since its inception in 2022, the Creative Hangout has been a gathering of melting pot of talents, innovation and opportunities, uniting professionals, enthusiasts and stakeholders across arts, tourism, hospitality and entertainment. Together, these creatives will be shaping more dynamic and diversified economy for Rivers State. Antonia Asabel, ATN News Report, Port Harcourt.
Sean Carter, popularly called Jay-Z, has become the most awarded rapper in Grammy history. The New York legend hit the milestone at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards on Sunday after winning his 25th award, breaking a tie with Kanye West's 24. Jay-Z won a Grammy Award for his contribution to Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter, which took home the Album of the Year gramophone. According to Grammy's rules, all major contributors to a project are credited as winners in the Album of the Year category. The win is Beyoncé.